Hi everybody, this is Danny Class. Today we're going to learn how to play some interesting drone sounds up and down the fretboard using some open notes. The concept here is that sometimes we want to kind of make the guitar work in our favor, and you don't necessarily have to finger every note everywhere. That you have open notes that can kind of give some background constant sort of tones to your playing and really kind of expand what you're working on to make it sound more fuller. And so the key that I am working in today is the key of E, and I chose that because there are 3 open notes here in E major that can add something interesting to our chord shapes that I'm going to show you that are, I think, pretty easy and quite fun. So the open notes are going to be the open E, that's the first string, and the open B, that's the second string, with, if you want, an occasional option to throw in the low B, that's the 6th string. Low meaning in pitch. When we say high and low, that's usually what we mean is in pitch. I say the option because the fingering that I'm going to show you, it's easiest with just 4 fingers, or thumb and 3 fingers, and the low E is going to be a bit of a jump. So as we go through, if you are especially a finger stylist and you want to include the open E, the low E, go for it. Okay, so the first shape is right here, and we're going to be playing 4 strings: the D, the G, the open B, and the open E. So the first shape is right here. This is kind of an E chord. And remember, thumb always plays the bass notes. Next shape is right here. Slide that up 2 frets to the next shape. I love how it kind of builds. To the next shape. These are all chords that are in the key of E major. The next shape, slide that up 2 frets. So pretty. There's a doubled B, that's why. This and the open B are doubled. Play them together and you can hear that they're the same. Slide that up to the next shape. 2 more to the next shape. Getting so close to the octave you can hear it. I just love that tension, you know, the drama off that. This is a D sharp, so because we're so close and it wants to resolve to the next shape, which beautiful, which is the octave. So meaning it's plus 12. So if we started from the beginning here, add 12, then we get to here. Okay, so you know, this came to me because this was an exercise that a teacher gave me a long time ago. I didn't know the chord construction theory behind it. And I think that was on purpose, because the idea here is that you can just use those 2 notes, those 2 open notes always, and you're playing some interesting chord shapes below, and by below I mean in pitch. But you know, they're kind of, it's the tension is that they want to kind of get closer in pitch towards the top. And by the way, you can always keep going. So if we start it again, broke a nail, can you hear that? Stuff like this drives guitarists nuts. There's like very little sound there. And anyway, up and down. So this can be quite useful for you, not just if you're a finger stylist, because you can, of course, strum it, etc. But one thing I'd like you to think about if you find this appealing, which is the idea of adding. Because after all, those open notes can be added, and I'm not going to necessarily show you what to add. Just kind of trust your ear and see if you want to stay in the key or not. But as a quick example, in that second shape, Right here, if I add my pinky on the 4th fret on the 1st string, it's a G sharp. It adds an interesting sound to what we're doing, and it's definitely out of tune. It's still in the key. So kind of experiment with that, and also I'll put a learning plan on how to practice this. I think you'll find it pretty easy and fun, and there's lots of ways you can kind of work with it. And it could be a useful right hand exercise if you're finger styling, because you can do all sorts of interesting arpeggios. And also, this is an interesting way to kind of hint at the diatonic harmony pattern in E major, because these are chords that kind of go with that. Okay, well, I hope you found the lesson useful. Have fun with it, stay well, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.